The studio was silent, yet Cynthia could hear it. The faint, desperate whisper of women trapped behind Adana's clambering mirrors. She caught glimpses of their faces, pale and terror-stricken, reflected in the glass, pleaded for escape. Adana's brush moved across her new client's face with unnatural precision, each stroke draining the girl's beauty, leaving her dazzled and helpless. As Adana's spells took hold, the girl's form flickered and faded, her body disappearing into thin air. Cynthia's blood ran cold as she realized what lay beyond those mirrors. The dark forest, the monster, and the grisly fate that awaited. Welcome to today's episode of True Life Story. Please do well to subscribe, like, and please drop a comment. Do well to turn on your notification bell for more True Life Stories. Love you. Once upon a time, in a small African village near the thick, shadowy woods, there lived a stunning, beautiful but wicked makeup artist named Adana. Her beauty was unmatched, her wealth abundant, and her talent in makeup artistry renounced far and wide. People traveled from distant lands just to have her transform their faces, unaware that she possesses a dark secret. Adana had inherited powerful magic from her grandmother, an old sorceress feared by the villagers. With it, she could steal the beauty of those she adored, drawing on their life force to foil her own beauty. Adana's studio was luxurious, filled with mirrors, powders, and brushes, all enchanted to draw customers deeper under her spell. She greeted her customers with a warm smile, each of them unaware of the fate awaiting them. As soon as she touched their face, dark magic infused her brushes, and as the makeup set, the victim's beauty began to fade. By the time she was finished, her clients would feel sleepy, dazed, and entranced. The moment they closed their eyes, their beauty would suddenly begin to vanish, replenishing Ada's beauty. She never grew old. No one knew the source of her beauty. An ancient monster, hideous and terrifying, with eyes that gleamed in the dark like red hot coals. The monster, a grotesque creature with leathery skin and sharp claws, was the source of Adana's powers. In exchange for her client's beauty and life, the monster gifted her with wealth, charm, and an ever-youthful appearance. Those who appeared in the forest would meet a gruesome end, and their bodies would be hung on the branches as offerings to this dark entity. Adana's darkness seemed unstoppable until the day Cynthia arrived. Cynthia was a young, humble woman who loved God deeply. She would always pray and commit all her ways unto God's hands. She had strong faith and she believed in God, that everything worked for good for those who love God. Cynthia was so in love with beauty. She had passion for makeup, and so she had come to Adana's studio to learn the art of makeup with pure heart and pure intentions. With a kind heart, Cynthia admired Adana's beauty and skill, but sensed something unsettling. The studio, though beautiful, felt dark and cold in a way she couldn't quite explain. She often caught strange reflections in the mirrors and felt a chill run down her spine when she touched Adanna's makeup brushes. One day, Adanna invited Cynthia to observe a makeup session with a young woman named Amara. As Adanna walked, Cynthia noticed the young woman's face turning pale, her eyes clouding over with a strange fog. It was as if her very life was being drawn out of her. When Adanna finished, Amara seemed to fall into a deep sleep, and before Cynthia's eyes, her beauty began to fade away, and everything vanished into thin air. Cynthia grasped. Her heart pounded as she felt an unseen force pulling her closer to the mirrors, whispering secrets of dark magic. She realized the horrifying truth: Adanna's beauty and wealth were a result of these evil rituals, and the victims were given to monsters in the forest. Horrified but determined, Cynthia called unto God, praying fervently for guidance. Her faith grew like a shield around her, and with the power of the Holy Spirit, she confronted Adanna, who was stunned by Cynthia's courage and resilience. Adanna tried to cast a spell on Cynthia, but her powers were repelled by the light surrounding the young woman. Enraged, Adanna's true face, twisted and ancient, emerged as her beauty began to wither under the power of Cynthia's prayers. A prayerful light filled the studio, and Cynthia heard the whisper of God's Spirit directing her to break the mirrors, which held the soul of Cynthia's victims. As she shattered each mirror, a horrifying wail filled the room. Screams of young, vibrant women were set free, and the spirits of the lost clients were released, filling the room with their collective sorrow. Without her stolen beauty, Adanna was left a frail, powerless woman, her wealth and beauty fading with each shattered mirror. The monster in the forest, deprived of its gruesome offerings, let out a final roar before vanishing into the earth, ending Adanna's dark reign forever. Cynthia, touched by God and protected by her faith, became a renowned makeup artist herself. Known for her kindness and integrity, she was celebrated for helping those who came to her feel beautiful, not only on the outside, but within as well. The villagers would tell her story, passing down the tale of the wicked makeup artist and the brave God-fearing girl who with God's power defeated her. And so, the legend of Cynthia and the monster in the forest was remembered for generations, a warning against dark vanity and a celebration of true beauty. Moral lesson: young ladies, remember that true beauty comes from a pure heart and inner light, not borrowed charm or other misfortune. Beware of those who promise beauty at a price, for envy and greed often disguise themselves as glamour. Seek the beauty that uplifts, not the kind that destroys. Thank you so much for listening to our episode on True Life Story. Please do well to like and drop a comment, subscribe and turn on your notification bell for more True Life Story. Bye.